Welcome back to another episode of the Backbone Zone. My name is Tyson Jones-Penny, and today we've got Clint Reynolds on the show. Clint Reynolds, I mean, there's not much to say. He's probably one of the most influential riders of this generation, especially if you're into trail riding and bowl riding. Spoke to Clint about so much, everything from his spot in Northeast Side, building concrete bowls by himself, spoke about East Side trails, obviously trail riding in general, the whole evolution of Credence from S&M taking it on, spoke about Anthem II, spoke about being a pro bike rider, spoke to him about being a dude that just works a job while being Clint Reynolds. Sick conversation, so fun to catch up with him after he came out last year for Act Jam and just for the S&M tour that they did. So I think that you guys will really enjoy this one. Also, Black Friday starts 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on the 28th, which is the Thursday. We're going to have a crazy Backbone clothing sale. We do have some other items that will be going on sale for Black Friday as well, parts and accessories and things like that. Then on Friday, the 29th at 6 p.m, we have the new Backbone Jump Club jerseys, which is what I'm wearing right now. So these are limited to 100 pieces. So if you haven't signed up to be notified when they drop, then you'll probably miss out, I'd say. So hopefully you signed up. If not, go do that now at backbonebmx.com. If you go to Backbone website, you will be able to sign up to be notified when Black Friday starts. For those that are listening and for those that do sign up, we are going to do some extra discounts and giveaways for a small period of time for the people that are special enough to sign up. So make sure you go and do that. Go get yourself one of these Jump Club jerseys. Like I said, limited to 100 pieces. I work super hard on these. Hopefully you'll love them. It's summer here. Sweating already. That's enough from me. Enjoy this episode with Clint Reynolds. Clint Reynolds, thanks for coming on the Backbone Zone.
Dude, what's going on?
Cheers, mate.
Mate, cheers.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I was going to drink just because, like I said, it's my birthday, but it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So I was like, maybe it's a little
That's very
early.
early. It's like, yeah, it's 5 here. So,
yeah, perfect.
Yeah, just wrapping up a little job with the boys. So,
oh, sick. Yeah, how's it going back in Austin?
Oh, man. Dude, it's going super sweet.
Yeah.
It's been hectic for sure. But it's going awesome. Honestly, the kids are doing great.
Awesome.
They're in a cool school, and the ladies holding it down.
Yes.
And it's super rad to just be back around the boys and going out to the woods and all that. I really missed it. So never thought we'd be able to make it back down here. And yeah, can't believe we're back, honestly. So it's crazy. We got a little house on the east side of town, super close to the trails, and it's like 2 miles from the trails.
Oh, wow.
And super close to town too. So we ride our bikes. Like, we've only been here a few months, but just daily, just like the flow of life down here is just like, it's been awesome. So
yeah, feeling a little bit more. I guess you've lived there before, but were the kids there when you were living in Austin?
No, well, we were down here for like, I met my wife down here, and we were living in this like little Airstream trailer together.
Oh, man.
Probably for like almost 6 years.
Oh, shit.
And we'd go back to New York for like the summers, or her whole family's up there. And Next thing you know, bingo, bango, she's pregnant. And I'm like, oh, holy smokes, dude. And we're living in like this trailer. And like, I was like, I got to get a real job. And her family's up there and everything. So they were it was a better spot to like to have like the kids and whatnot. So, um, yeah, we moved up there and I got some work up there. We built the bowl up there and stuff. So it just kind of seemed to make more sense, to be up there. And, but now we're back in Austin and, it's crazy to be back and like have two kids and everything. It's like, it's wild. So, but we're stoked. So
yeah, dude, it's I guess that's quite a. How old are your kids now? If you moved back, so it would have been.
Yeah, she's like 6.5, and
Crazy.
Bowie's 3.5. So
Oh wow. Oh dude, that's quite a.
Yeah.
Has Austin changed since last time you were
Oh,
there?
for sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, like so many things have changed. There's like so many buildings and stuff going on. Yeah, there's just like a lot of buildings going up everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's still like I don't know, there's still like a cool scene here or like there is like a scene for like riders and that hasn't maybe like the crews have changed, but there still is like this strong like BMX scene here, which is really cool to like um come back to and like Maddie and all the boys at the trail. So like it's cool to go down there on like a Tuesday and there's just like dudes
Cool.
there stoked to like ride or build and
sick.
That's really cool to come back to. So
yeah, that'd be sick. I was there.
Yeah.
I was there in like it would just be so crazy to go. I actually am doing the opposite right now. So I've moved up. I moved up north, so it's like 20 hours north of Canberra, and just to like be with my wife's family. Just I got no family in Canberra, and we got a young son or whatever, and it's kind of the opposite. So I'm trying to create my own little thing. Like I don't have a machine or whatever, but like what you built at your place northeast side, far out, man. That was such a inspiration, dude. That was sick.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, it was the whole experience going up to New York and everything was like I feel like we grew like me and Jamie grew so much together and we learned so much like in that I don't even know how long we were up there, but like it was like we went up there, had two kids, built two bowls, the trails, like whatever, all these different jobs and stuff. So we learned so much. And I feel like now we came back and we appreciate what's here and we had such an awesome run up there too. But it's cool to come back and we'll be back too. So
yeah, for sure.
And we'll probably go back up there.
Yeah.
During like the summer for like a little bit.
Cool.
But this will be home base for sure.
Yeah, sick. Dude, you're one of the first people that I've written down heaps of not notes, but just like topics because you got heaps of stuff that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Which is pretty funny. Because normally I just shoot from the hip, and I think I will just continue to do that. But I kind of want to start by just sort of saying that, like, in Australia, I feel like you and Maddie and Nutter, when you guys did the whole Credence thing, especially over into the with S&M, it was such a pivotal moment, I think, within our crew and the Australian BMX scene. It was. I actually remember. This is going to sound like the fucking most nerdling thing ever, but I remember. I remember where I was when I I think I saw it on Instagram. Instagram was pretty early or something, but I was like, holy shit, this is
Yeah.
crazy. Because
Yeah.
Rain had just gotten a frame built off you.
Dude, I remember that,
Yeah,
man. That was
yeah,
kind of one of the last ones that I made
yeah,
in my dad's shop back in New Hampshire. And yeah, that was sick.
yeah, yeah. He got this frame, and then not too long after, yeah, you guys did the whole S&M thing. Do you mind I'm sort of jumping around
It's
everywhere,
all good, whatever.
but I'd love to know what your thoughts were with just that whole thing, and if it felt surreal, and you know, just the whole joining
Oh
of
man,
S&M. That would have been pretty crazy.
it was pretty crazy for sure. I was living with Stu Johnson. I think I had the Airstream in his backyard at the time. And uh I don't know, I was just riding my bike like every day. Would be at the trails all day, every day. No real job. We do like random building jobs for like, I don't know. We had It cost nothing to live, like pretty much, super cheap rent, but we would work here and there. I do some random welding stuff, and uh but it was just like literally at the trails every single day, like all day. Um and Stu just made that, it was like a day in the life video
Oh yeah,
for
for
Tree.
Tree, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it was right around that same time. And I remember I was like, like I built like frames and stuff, and like I was like ready to like, all right, I'm gonna like, my big plan was to like buy like a bus or something and make like a mobile frame building shop out of
Holy,
this bus. That was like my big plan. And I was like about to get this like bus and like build it out. And I didn't want to like make BMX like a job, or like I saw a lot of friends, I guess, do companies and like try to like make a living, like having a BMX company. And I didn't want it to like turn it into a job and like take the fun, make it too serious or whatever,
mm,
I guess. And Stu, and that's when Stu, I think what how it came about was there was a Texas Toast, and the first one in Austin, and Moeller was like a judge or something at one of those.
okay.
And he kind of, I don't know if I really met him there, but he like saw me ride, I guess. And then Stu was like, hey, what do you think about like Clint and, getting him linked up with S&M? And he sent me an email or something. And it was kind of cool. Or like I was already doing Credence, and which was basically me making a couple frames for my buddies, and some, you know, that was about it really.
Mm,
But I probably made like 100 frames, maybe not even, not 100, but we made a few frames, like
yeah, yeah.
and he was open to the idea. And I was like, at first I'm like, man, am I selling out? Like, in my mind I was like, I don't know if I can do it, like, but it just seemed like it wouldn't work with any other brand. Like S&M was just so rad. And or I always looked up to S&M and
mm,
all the riders. The whole thing was like so cool. And um it sounded super cool. So I basically got a flight. Moeller bought me a flight out to California, and I stayed with him for like almost like a week. And went into the shop and we actually built a frame together in the shop. And
Oh,
like I welded up the frame and we kind of made it off the basis of the frame I had, but with some tweaks. And he was just kind of sussing me out, like, what is this dude like? Um, what's this dude about? But we hung out a bunch and got along really good. It was rad. Like we go surfing where he lived in San Clemente. Like we'd wake up and go surfing. Then we go to the building, like build bikes, and then we go ride some like crusty, dusty trails at the end of the day. And it was rad.
yeah.
So I feel so lucky to be a part of that and still be a part of it. Like it's so cool. Like
Mm.
so much respect to Moeller and Melissa and all the dudes like holding it down over there. So super cool to like I feel so and it was so cool that Maddie and Nutter, you know, they could instantly be a part of the whole thing.
Mm.
And it wasn't like I was bailing on my boys. It was like we were all like doing this thing together. So that was
Yeah.
like a huge part of it and super cool.
Dude, yeah, it was I don't want to blow too much smoke up your ass, but it's crazy how monumental it was because it's funny you actually met Bentley when you went on that Aussie Rules trip, but Bentley used to work at the shop, right? So he worked at the shop for a long time. He was his OG backbone. We lived together, all that jazz, and at one point he actually wrote Moeller a letter, like an actual letter about S&M.
Whoa.
I don't know if he actually sent it or if it got sent or whatever, but it was because I mean you probably got a feel for the type of dude Bentley is. He's pretty OG,
Oh yeah,
obviously
for sure.
obviously Frost the Shield or whatever, and he just really wanted to see a type of S&M that maybe wasn't happening at that time period, like that. I don't know if it was like the late 2000s or what it was, but he's grown up with like he loves Stricker and I can't even think right now.
Yeah.
Like names escape me right now. Like I mean, even Cardona was like doing cool shit at the time, but he just wanted to see more trail stuff, and then and then it was almost like holy fuck! Like not only is this dude Clint getting on S&M, but he's like got these two other dudes that are like legit underground, badasses, and it was such a cool thing.
Yeah.
Seeing that from across the world, like I remember being at the trails that morning. I was like, what the fuck? Like that's crazy. And then we spoke about it a lot. So it's just interesting. And I guess I just wanted to let you know that, you and Maddie and Nutter together all like hyped up the whole of Australia. I think it was pretty funny.
Oh my God. It doesn't even seem real or I still trip out so much or like we just did that Australia trip and like I look around and like everybody's riding the bikes and I'm like what the hell or like I don't even think of myself as like I don't know or just so cool that like somehow this thing that me and my buddy started in my dad's garage or like resonated with this like group of style of riding and people and S&M really let people support it and let the bikes be available. So it's super cool. Like
for sure,
it's crazy. Like
it'd be a trip out, man. I think people just resonate with like authenticity. Like at the time we were talking to, it must have been Janice, but we were getting like the PA Woods videos from like,
oh nice,
we just get them like direct into the shop, and so I think a lot of people knew and again, like it might feel weird talking about it because you definitely don't come across as the type of dude that wants to talk about yourself in a in that type of way. But you know, like a lot of people knew who you were from watching the PA Woods videos, and I think that's I want to give dudes their flowers, like and even spots like, you know, like Posh and Caddy. It's a world away, but yet it's this place that like creates lifelong BMXs. Like I wanted to go to Posh for years.
For sure.
I was lucky to be able to go, and then you know these videos would come out every year, and it'd be like, oh my god, you know. So
yeah,
I think it's just the whole trail world and that like underground world seems so important to BMX, even more so now, you know. And it kind of I think you guys, whether you know it or not, have just done a really good job of like having people be able to see it, because I think some trail stuff you don't get to see, and people really love seeing trail builders doing their thing, you know?
Yeah. I think I was able to, me, Maddie, and Nutter had like, when we were all down here, like every day at the trails, we were able to like really just the way we rode and built, and we wanted to all ride kind of like the same stuff, and we're able to just like all work together to build like East Side or like, you know, there's other guys that helped a lot too, but we were able to like get on the same page and be like, okay, we're doing this together. Where other spots it's like I feel like it's hard to get all, like the riding levels are different and what people want to ride is different, and but for us it was, we all got on the same page and we're like, yeah, we're doing this thing, and it was like that's all we want to do. It's like and I feel like it was very like authentic, I think, like because it was like our lives, like that's like it was the number one priority. If it like, you know, that was it, like we're, you know, that's what it was all about. So
yeah, that's it. I mean, that time of your life, I don't know, I think we're probably a similar age, but yeah, where you can just dedicate your entire existence.
It was so simple, dude. Like, and I just want to go down there like today. Like I was like, oh man, can I make it down today? But
you got to talk some dude from Australia instead.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But we just had like it's been so dry here, and we like finally got some rain, and it rained, and then all the boys came out, and like it felt so good to just be out there working on the jumps together. I was like, man, I miss this so much. And so I'm excited for this season down here.
Yeah, when's the season? So. When is the season in Austin? Do you guys ride in winter?
Well, yeah, it's like kind of coming into it now. Like,
okay.
It's pretty much as soon as the rain hits, it's on pretty much. So, and then it'll probably get a little too cold and too wet.
Sure.
But we'll just build some stuff pretty much, and then it'll start warming up and drying out again. So then you'll get another little, you know, you'll get some more laps in.
Yeah, so,
yeah, we're going into winter. So, but it's been hot, but it's actually, it's really nice out, but it's been super dry. So,
okay.
But, we might get some, laps this weekend possibly. So that'd be sick.
It kind of looks like, from what I've sort of seen on the gram, it looks like the main line's changed a little bit. I don't know if for sure. Like
the boys totally rebuilt the whole thing. So it's like a big, it's pretty big
Yeah.
stuff now. It's not like crazy big, but um, it's definitely bigger than it was. So,
Okay.
um,
Wow.
but that we'll probably get that. That line stays pretty takes the rain pretty good, so
Hmm.
it usually gets running like first. So um,
Just because it's a little bit
yeah,
higher.
yeah, it's like a little higher up,
Mm.
and all the other stuff like speedball is like in this drainage area, so like that usually gets hammered a little bit more.
Hmm.
But yeah, so we might get some laps on
Oh, sick.
new mainline.
Yeah,
So,
dope.
but it's pretty big. There's like the first real jump is like actually pretty. You got to kind of be on it, and it's kind of can be intimidating because like it's like this offset thing, and you got to like kind of pump for it, and it's like it's not just land and go. It's kind of like you got to
Gotta
give it
give.
some. So
Yeah, you
it's
gotta
like
give it. Yeah, right.
it's like nobody's been really riding the trails, and then it's like you right to mainline. Mainline is like kind of like one of the scarier lines now.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Yeah,
um,
crazy.
so it's kind of crazy, but
It's
it's all good.
it's interesting seeing that because I feel like East Side when you guys when it was being shown on the internet a lot, just from what I could see, it seemed like it took it to this like next level, like almost like Caddy was like a particular way, and then East Side really like got these jacked up jumps. Obviously that speedball hip is like freaking world renowned just for like within the trail
Yeah,
community. And then
yeah.
was that just from you guys traveling and wanting to like where did that come about the building up of stuff?
Yeah, it was basically spending the summers in PA and going to Posh and Caddy, and then like those dudes were building like the gnarliest stuff, and then we were just like right at like the right age, and Maddie moved to Austin and was like, he started going to East Side and was like, you guys, you got to come down here, and then me and Nutter started coming down, and then he was really Maddie was leading the charge with like the build, and like he started building speedball, and it used to be super gnarly. Like the hip used to be like probably 8 feet longer,
Holy shit! Yeah,
like
right.
gap, and like way more like offset too. And it was so gnarly.
Hmm.
It was like it was. I have a photo of Maddie like jumping it when it was like way further apart, and it's like it was like a full send for sure.
Oh,
and then
really?
and then he got broke off hitting it, and we were like, dude, we gotta you know make this thing a little more chill.
Oh, wow.
So we pushed it in a lot, but then it kind of got like built up and up over
Mm.
the years. But yeah, Maddie would always just be kind of leading the charge on the builds, and they're like, all right, let's do it. So um,
Dude, he seems like such a sick dude. I got to when he came out. When I saw you guys at Mount White, like a number of years ago now, that was like pretty cool to meet that dude and see how he
oh man,
rides.
he's my boy. Like we like grew up together, and he's my dude for sure. So
Yeah, sick.
having him, I missed him so much. So
Mm.
it's really cool to like hang out with him again. And we just did like we're remodeling this house, and we were just doing like drywall all day together.
Sick. Yeah,
So I'm like covered in drywall, but it's like it doesn't even matter. It's like
yeah, man.
we're just stoked because it's like it doesn't even feel like work because we're just hanging out with your boy. So
Yeah, that's
it's
sick.
cool.
That's super sick. How's that
Yeah.
feel like? You said before about like you didn't really want to make BMX your job. Was there ever a point where you felt like it was kind of your job, or do you feel like that at all still? Or?
Mm, maybe there was like for a second, but not really. For like not really, honestly. Like
That's good.
it never was like damn it, I gotta go ride my bike. Shit. Like, but there'd be some contests, like there'd be pressure where oh my God, I gotta do the lawnmower. Like, but it's all in your own head. And uh, for me, like, I never even really thought of myself as like a pro rider. Honestly, I'm just like, I've always worked a job, honestly. So, um, anything I would get from BMX would just help me go ride my bike more.
Yeah.
So, never really thought of it like, I feel very lucky, honestly, to like, because I see dudes that like, they do get like all this pressure to ride and like perform and like, I guess I felt some pressure here and there, but honestly, not ever. Like, I'm never going to do something that I wouldn't just want to do.
Mm,
Like, so,
for sure.
um, I feel like I was lucky enough to have like a good balance. And when I'm gonna be riding the trails, doing a kick out or a tabletop. So it's like, you know,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I want to do.
Yeah,
So
for
like,
sure.
whatever.
Totally, man.
That's what feels cool.
Yeah.
And um, but you do see some guys that get like bugged out, like, and like they get the Red Bull helmet or something, and then there's like all this pressure to like.
Mm.
But I've always like, you know, I like working, or
Yeah.
to some extent,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I have fun building stuff. And so um yeah, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah. With when you're working, like, so what are you doing now? Are you just doing odd stuff? Are you doing building stuff?
Yeah, our house, I've been doing a ton of work on the house. um but I've been working with my buddy, this guy Sterling. He's a BMX guy too. He owns this coffee shop, Flat Track Coffee.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of
And
that.
he he's opening another coffee shop, and I've been working over there a bit.
Sick.
And he needs a house that's like needs to be remodeled. So me and Maddie, we just been over there for like 3 days so far. But me, Maddie, and Rushmore,
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy. So we've been working over there. So he's got all these crazy projects, and he's been keeping me pretty busy. So
Mm.
um, that's cool to come back. And I was like, I was definitely was stressed about work coming down here because I didn't really have anything lined up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm pretty stoked to. He's got all these projects, and it's working out pretty sweet. So
Yeah, sick.
and it's cool to work with Jimmy and Maddie. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, Jimmy's a little annoying, but we deal with him. No, he's all right. Um, but yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Uh,
That's sick. Because it's.
but yeah, we'll see where it goes. Like,
Mm,
this is like, um I'm not really sure what I'm gonna really, what lane I'm gonna take with work down here. But so far this has been sweet. So
yeah, that's good. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like you seem like the type of dude that's pretty you know, good at doing most things in terms of, like, for example, that bowl, right? Like, you're not a concreter,
Yeah.
but it looked like you helped build it, right?
Oh, for sure. That was
What type? That would have been a pretty crazy experience.
for sure. That was like definitely like, I was always curious about like the concrete, and like, because you go ride all these skate parks, and you're like, how the hell do these guys make these things? And
Mm.
I don't know, or like I was building like a one of the X Games or something, and just like seeing the guys like shoot the shotcrete like in the bowl, and like I was so curious about it. And they would like, this guy George would like, a couple times he would show me like how he's like floating out the concrete and like finishing it, and I was just super curious about it. And one of those Vans contests. I got second place in, and they gave me like $7,500
Damn.
for this contest. And I was like, all right, we're gonna build a bowl. And then Jamie's parents had this big property up in New York. And like, I was like, what do you think about me building a bowl here? And her dad was sussing me out for sure. He was like, yeah, all right, go ahead, dude. Like, and then it was gnarly though. I had no idea what I was doing, but that's how you learn. So we just kind of like started digging a hole, and it was gnarly though. Like I had no clue what I was doing at all, but it's so gnarly doing the concrete work. It's like these guys who build these skate parks are like, it's crazy, but it is really fun. And like coming from like trail building, like the shaping, it all kind of goes like hand in hand. And it was just cool to build something that like didn't need so much maintenance. You didn't have to tarp it or like water it or like, you just like did it once and then it was just there. So that was kind of cool. And but like hats off to all the guys who like build skate parks, and because that stuff is like, we've done a couple little projects like pump tracks and stuff, and it's gnarly stuff. Like it's like so physically demanding. You can freaking mess it up, like easy to mess up. But yeah, so
yeah, I always
but
wondered.
I like learning about stuff. So
Yeah, I always wondered if it was because we did a DIY like bowl in Canberra a couple of years back, but it was like literally wheelbarrowing, like concrete in and trying to shape it with a shovel.
yeah,
which was sweet. But you guys seem to have like a perfect finish on the bowl.
If you saw it in person, you'd be like, it's not as perfect. It was pretty good. I had my buddy Dustin Uni, Corrigan got me hooked up with him, and he definitely like held my hand through the whole process.
Okay.
And taught me a lot. And then while we were building it, or like dudes would just kind of come out of the woodwork, and we would just do small like panels, small sections. And then we kind of work our way up, and it was intimidating though, for sure. But it is really, it's pretty cool stuff to work with. But there are some things you like, I don't know, it's just to float it, and like there's like all these like timing things that have to be like, you have to be like on point with, where like, they're like, don't touch it now, but then, all right, you got to hit it now. And then,
right.
So, but it can be addicting when you really like kind of start figuring it out. And like, it's cool stuff. So
yeah, how long did it take you to do the whole bowl?
Man, I don't even really remember. I think it was like a month or something.
Oh wow,
I feel like it was a month, and it was like I was getting married to my wife Jamie, and I was trying to get it done before the wedding, so like we'd have like a big like whatever, everybody come and like the bowl would be done.
Oh, cool.
And we did it, but it was gnarly for sure. And I spent every cent I had on the thing, and looking back, like there's so many like mistakes and like different ways we could have done it.
Oh, okay.
But it was, first time doing something, so you just like figure it out.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So.
And then how did you do the second part of it? Like what made you want to do the extension?
Well, we bought like this old excavator, which was like pretty clapped out and like just like kind of a clunker. I had to like I'd be working on the machine more than I'd be like digging with it.
Okay.
And I just started like digging with it. And then it was right when Georgie was born, pretty much. It was kind of crazy because my parents' house burned down and Georgie was born. And then we're building another bowl. And I'm like, that was like kind of a hectic time of our lives. But it was just like, I kind of just started it. And then it was like, I met this dude, Jasper Kahn, who he's a monster with doing like concrete stuff. He built like a lot of stuff at FDR.
Okay.
And he's a beast, but he rips on the board. And he used to ride BMX, and he used to build trails at his house.
Oh, cool.
And so I feel like we kind of just like connected because he really respected like the BMX stuff and like the trails. He's like saw the trails we would build and stuff, and he was super hyped on that. And he helped do the second bowl, and he has like a concrete pump, and he brought that out, and we shot that bowl. I think it was like 2 days.
Holy shit.
So,
yeah, right.
So we just we got all the boys out, and we just knocked it out in 2 days. But it was a gnarly 2 days for sure. I remember my arms were all cramping up, and I was like dying. But we got it done, and so.
Dude.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
It's still there.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole kind of thing that kind of sparked us moving down to Austin again was Jamie's mom owns the house in New York.
Okay.
And she's just getting older and stuff, and she was like, it's like a big property. There's like 25 acres or whatever, and the taxes are like crazy expensive in New York, so it's a lot of maintenance and like money just to sustain the place. And she's like, I want to sell the place. And we're like, holy fuck. We were stunned, dude. And we weren't really even thinking about that. And so we were like, holy shit. Like if we were going to stay there, we basically couldn't sustain like paying for that property and like all of that. So
yeah, I couldn't imagine.
It was kind of like downsize and kind of build like a little more sustainable situation down here. And we missed it down here as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, but it was funny, like, because my wife Jamie, she would always talk about Austin, and I'd be like, Jamie, there's no way we can move back there. Like, we cannot figure it out. Like, it's never going to happen. Then a month later, we're literally down here, like, and it just, but we're honestly so stoked, like, to be back. So,
yeah.
But it's still there. So now they ended up not selling the house.
Okay.
And Jamie's sister is going to actually live there.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to try to figure it out, and the bull's going to stay. So
yeah, cool.
For now, it's going to stay. So that's super cool. So it would have been, it'd be a bummer to fill it in, or like, who knows what's going to happen. But for now, it's there. And either way it goes, like, I got to enjoy it, and it taught me so many things. And we're down here, and there's a bunch of bulls to ride down here.
Yeah.
And I don't got to pay for them. And the trails and the dudes, like, I would just, I was pretty much there's a scene up there, but I was mostly on like a solo mish up there. So
yeah, okay.
It's cool to come back to like, my boy Ever Peacock's up there.
Oh yeah.
And but yeah, it's pretty solo mish, and it was so much to like, even to try to like get the trails running, and you know, it's a lot. So,
For sure, yeah. Yeah,
uh,
it's interesting once you like I'm kind of going through the infancy stages of that now, like even just being
yeah.
trying to start this new spot, and it's absolutely like
Oh man.
you want to get something going, but you're by
Yeah.
yourself, and then the weather's not right. You're like, oh my god, like the dirt is so dry and hard. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, like, yeah, it's funny. It's funny
It
how
is
you
gnarly.
It's funny how you take for granted, like, this
Hmm.
the scene. Not that I take for granted the scene because I miss the dudes in Canberra, but yeah, it's just a funny thing to
Yeah.
to have to deal with. What was it like having a was it sad dozing in your own spot?
Oh my God, for sure. I cried for sure, dude. I
Yeah.
was, all this stuff happened so fast. Like, it was like, we're selling the house. And then it was like, holy shit, are we going to try to buy another house up here? Uh, I guess we're going to try to buy a house in Austin. And we tried to buy Stu Johnson, his neighbor was selling their house. And we tried to buy that house
Oh wow.
and that fell through. Uh, but then we found another spot. But we were stressing for sure because we got super stoked on Stu's neighbor's house, but that fell through. And then we found this other spot and we were like way stoked on this spot. And we're like, there's no way we're gonna get this thing. And then it ended up working out and we got it. And
Oh cool.
but it was just super hectic because I was flying down here and then to get the loan to buy the house, I had to plow the trails or something because they were using the collateral or whatever from
Oh wow.
that house to like
Yeah, I
back up
understand.
the loan. So I'm just up there, like I'm flying back and forth, like, and then it's like I gotta plow the trails today, and I'm out there. I'm like,
Oh man.
I have to plow these things right now. Like it makes. I was just like trying to put all these pieces together, and I could not even figure it out. And I was like, we're probably not even gonna get this house. I'm gonna plow these trails for no reason.
Fuck,
And
that would have been so
I was
hard.
stressing for like I was bugging out for sure, like for a while. So, but then we ended up, my lady, like, thank goodness for Jamie because she figured out so many things and really just like went into like beast mode and like just figured all this stuff out. And now we're down here and we have like this little house in this cool neighborhood and the
Sick,
kids
man.
are like signed up or like in this cool school and it's like yeah I feel yeah so lucky that we're able to come back and
Yeah.
so
Dude, that
yeah.
would have been super hard, like,
Oh
especially
my
because
God, it was heartbreaking for
like this
sure.
extra thing, because you're already having to deal with all this stuff, and then you've kind of got this constant. I feel like the trails are your sort of happy place or whatever, and then you're like, fucking hell,
Oh,
I don't
for
even know
sure.
if
Yeah.
anything's gonna work out. And now I got to doze these things.
Yeah. I was like, my brain, I was shot just like, and then it was like a super time crunch too for like, because all these other people were bidding on the house down here too.
Oh,
And
sure.
like, so it was like, we had to keep like extending our thing or whatever. And
Mm,
like, it was super stressful, but it worked out. So
yeah, yeah.
it's all good. It was a bummer to plow the trails for sure, but somehow it almost made it easier to leave too. Like,
Oh, that yeah, for sure.
plow, it's like, all right, it made it easier to just go full, like tap out or like
Yeah,
come down here. So,
yeah, for sure.
but I know it was sad, dude. But hey,
That's all
and
right.
then Posh was plowed too.
Oh
I was
man.
like, so I was like, bummer, but had
Yeah.
a good run. So
How's the boys faring with that? Uh, obviously that would
Oh,
have been.
at Posh?
Mm.
Oh man, uh it was a bummer for sure. I remember right after, or I got to ride the last day they had a session, or someone texted me, maybe J Bone or something, that was like, trails might get plowed in like a day or so. So we're gonna have like the last session. And I was like, no, no way this is the last session. But I went down there. It was the last session there. And I couldn't believe it. It was like, um, but luckily they have caddy as like caddies right there.
Mm.
And it's not a bad spot
Oh, it's not a
to
bad spot. Yeah.
so but I remember having like a heart to heart with J Bone. Like I was ready to cry, dude. I was like so sad.
Mm.
But like they like that spot, lives on in so many. It inspired so many spots.
Yeah.
It's like it's so cool, like what they did, and that spot's like gonna echo out through so many different spots. Like so influential. So
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So influential. Yeah. It's.
yeah.
Mm, I actually was messaging J Bone right around the time because I was trying to get him on the podcast, and
Oh yeah.
but he was like, "Oh man, kind of going through some stuff right now. I'm not sure what's going to happen." It was kind of cryptic, and then I was like,
Yeah.
and then like 2 days later, trails were fucking doze. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I'm bugging him.
Oh
I'm bugging
man.
him about getting on the podcast, and he's fucking doing
Oh
all
man.
that. Such a bummer to.
I
Well, you know, obviously there's no one that's going to be more bummed than the locals, but it's sad to
hmm
see, even though they had a great run, see a place like that disappear.
hmm
Just
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Hey, I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about filming with Stu and Anthem II and everything like that, and see what your experience was with that. It was obviously a little while ago now.
Oh man, it was a while ago. And yeah, I was like, man, I don't even know how old I was, but man, I remember he asked me to go on this trip because to go to England, there was like the Empire of Dirt out
Oh
there.
yeah.
And he was going out there to film it. And then it was supposed to be me, Doyle, Yeagle, and Chase was supposed to go, Chase Hawk, but he bailed like last second. And I got a flight. I remember spending like my last like $500 I had to get a flight over there to go on this trip, and we're gonna ride all these trail spots. And then we rode in the contest. We weren't like invited to ride in the contest, but they were like, I guess we'll let these guys ride. And we rode in the Empire Dirt, and which was sick. And I remember I don't know what place I got or something, but I made exactly like the money back for like my flight. They paid out like, I don't know what place I got, but it worked out where I just made enough money to like pay for my flight and the trip and stuff.
Oh, that's
So that was
cool.
cool. But that's kind of how it started. I don't know if I met Stu before that, but that was kind of like the first trip, uh,
Okay.
filming for it. And Yeagle and Doyle, it was cool to be on a trip with them. I knew
Mm.
Yeagle like pretty well,
Okay.
and I knew Doyle too a little bit.
Yeah.
But we were in this little van that was like a cargo van kind of, and the front seats were walled off to the back of the
Oh, right.
van.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you would be in the back, complete pitch black, like couldn't see, no lights, no windows.
Oh, you can't see
You'd
at
be
the back or
driving,
nothing.
you can't see anything. And me and Yeagle would be back there for hours, like, and then you come out and it's just like midday and be all disoriented.
Holy
But
shit. like he kidnapped.
That was funny. Yeah, John Dye was showing us around, which was hilarious. And um, that's kind of the first trip we did. And then we kind of just, I don't know, dude. We just did little trips here and there. And I got along with Stu really good. And I never really, I guess I filmed some stuff before, but I guess I never really would go on. We would just go on trips and we would just film random stuff, but like it was a little more like we're on a mission to like film and like, and then I stayed with him I think for a while, and then we'd go out and you know we did some PA trips and stuff, and yeah, that was about it. It was pretty chill out. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
And we came like really close, so like he's my boy for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
he lives right down the street from me now. So,
sick. Yeah, it seems like you guys have I don't know if he's just like just a personable dude in general. Like from what I, from the instances that I've hung out with him, he seems super personable and things like that. But yeah, it's impressive that someone like that can create a video that's not like a brand video and just focuses on a few riders. That was a massive. I don't know. Maybe it was just the right time with the shop. Like the shop was a certain age when Anthem came out. I remember when Anthem II came out, and when that's the most people we've ever had for a video premiere was for Anthem II. Like,
wow.
The whole time we were in it was sick. The jumping through the tree at Posh was sick. What's the two lines called? Chillers and
setback.
Yeah, that's right.
To chillers or whatever.
Yeah. I remember going there and thinking, like after I saw the tree, I was like, "Holy fuck! How the fuck?" it's perfect, but it's like pretty gnarly.
yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, I was so stunned to even be a part of it because I was like, "Oh my god, Mike Aiken," and like all these like the legends. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna go on a trip with Mike Aiken and like go ride with Mike Aiken. So like, I was just like, this is so cool.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. It's how's because obviously you came to Australia last year, and you came to Australia in what was it, 2017 or 2016 or something, filming that the other Credence video?
I honestly have no clue. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Probably somewhere around that time.
Dude, once...
Yeah, 20...
Pre-COVID, I can't remember any time frames, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like COVID just disappeared 3 years out of my life. I'm always like, it was like last year.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it was like fucking 6 years ago. I don't know if that's because I had a kid or what, but...
The kid definitely just, like, distorts the time.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was super sick having you guys come out. Has there been places that...
Oh, dude.
I mean, yeah, like having you out here was so cool, like, and the crew. But it was pretty sick the first time that I met you at Mount White. Have you seen that spot lately, by the way? Pretty crazy.
Oh, dude, it looks insane. Yeah, that trip was so cool. And it was rad to see all you guys. And Jared came, or I met Jared. He came to East Side. I don't know if I guess he came before we went out there.
Okay.
And I seen him a couple times, and then we became friends. And then, so it was cool to go see his spot out there. And, or we just seen photos and be like, it looks insane. And, but he's just salty dog.
Did you get to see him the last time you were here?
No, I didn't get to see him. So that last trip, I was just like,
whirlwinded.
I was just, I was just like, it was cool to like, I didn't even know where we were going or where we were. I was just like, in the van with Jimma, and he's tacking out that little van down the highway, like, and so it was cool to just be a dude in the van and not be like, figuring out like, oh, we're gonna sleep here, then we're gonna do this, and then we're going to this spot. It's just like hop in the van, you just show up somewhere and just ride your bike or do whatever. So that was cool to just like be that guy.
Yeah.
Or it's funny to be like just an old man like on the trip with like these younger kids that are just ripping and like just like that shift. So still cool to be a part of it, and
for sure. Dude, Jimmer seems like he's on a trail kick. He must have like
my god,
that whole trip, dude. He must have. I don't know if he won't take the pegs off because he's a fucking wild man with that stuff. But he seems like he's deep in it now.
He was, dude. I was such a huge fan of him by the end of the first day. I was like, dude, he rode every spot. I didn't know if he was gonna like ride the trails, but he rode every spot, and it was gnarly for sure, and it was so rad. Like, it was like so fun hanging out with him, and he took such good care of us, like driving us around and like working on the van and stuff. Where like it just brought me back, where I was like, just being in the van with the boys. So.
Yeah, that would have been cool, man.
That's right.
Yeah, it was definitely sick to have you guys come out. That's for sure. Like, I think everyone, well, like in the video, like everyone was pretty stoked to have S&M come to Australia. Like it's been I feel like Australia just seems to be like really big fans of S&M. Like I don't know what it's like in America.
Dude, for sure. I feel like I saw the shield like everywhere. And the dudes, like the bikes, I feel like there's a lot of S&Ms over there for sure. And, I don't know. It's like, it was cool to see. So
yeah.
And everybody's ripping and like, it was super cool.
I think that Australians probably share the same sort of sentiment. It's funny because like, obviously there's the big time pros in Australia that are very like competition, like focus, like we got like Logan Martin and all those type of dudes, but for the most part everyone that rides BMX has to work a job, so I think it's slightly different. I remember going over there. I was actually in Austin. I actually stayed with, I don't know if you know this dude Mike Parisi. So I stayed with.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so I stayed
nice. I know Mikey.
I stayed with Mikey, and he was living with Tom and Ed.
Nice.
And we hung out at a bar and stuff. I think they were building at Eastside back in the day. Like that was.
Yeah, I just seen all those dudes. Maddie's had his like wedding party thing, so like they were all there. So
yeah, right.
Just so rad to like see everybody and like reconnect.
Sick.
And they're all doing good. So
yeah,
cool to see you.
But I remember being in Austin and thinking that it was very similar to Australia, just because everyone was kind of just doing their thing. And then I remember, I went to California. Actually, coincidentally, I went to the building. I'm assuming it was the building. I went there for like the United video premiere, and I remember thinking that there was like a definite difference in the style of BMX.
Yeah, for sure.
In California,
definitely.
I guess you can make a living in America if you being savvy with it for BMX. Whereas in Australia, I don't think there's much chance of it unless you go the full, go to every competition.
It's tough. Either way, it's like hats off to like because like any of the guys who are making a living doing it, it's like, it's not like, it's gotta be tough,
Yeah.
It's gotta be like, to like actually,
for sure,
pull it off. So
it's kind of funny that you said that you're worried about selling out by going on S&M, you know, like what you said at the start of the combo. Like, it's like, dude, you I think it was obviously the right choice, but like BMX is funny like that, you know. You can get a bit worried about what other people think about you, you know.
for sure.
Like, but I take my hats off. That's what I'm sort of trying to do with this podcast. Like, obviously the ship is long sailed with becoming a professional bike rider for me, and but I still am impressed by people who do that as their thing, you know, like, because it's freaking
sure.
would be so difficult. But at the same time, I want to kind of like merge the two worlds together in a sense. Like, I love the fact that, like, there's these. So say, for example, when you came, there's like Willie at Act Jam, but then you guys at Act Jam, and a bunch of underground like Aussie dudes that no one knows about, you know. Like, I think that's cool. I think that's cool to me. Like, all ride BMX, you know.
I know. Well, I grew up on FBM, like East Coast America, like Derek Gerard and like Steve Crandall and Kelly Baker, and like, I don't know. That's the side of BMX that just like resonated with me, and it was never like a thought to like try to like make a living or like get paid to ride my bike or something like that, you know. It was more, it's just like seeing like a dude do like a sketchy tabletop after like a 10-hour day doing drywall or something would just like get me more stoked than like seeing a double backflip, you know. Like,
for sure, yeah.
It's like, it was like the authenticity of that is like is what like would get me stoked. So like or like Derek Gerard, that was like my favorite dude, and he was just such a character, and like going on trips with him or like going to his trails, it was just like, it was so fun. And I feel like he just like, what he did just resonated with me, and just, you know, sleeping in weird spots and going to ride, like, I don't know, just
man,
just made it so fun and so like attainable, where like you don't have to like, you can do a half bar spin and not like a triple bar spin and still be like stoked, you know. Like, I don't know, just like made it just, I don't know, just made it fun.
Yeah, man, that's exactly, dude, that's so true. Like, the attainability of it is what can be as influential, I think. Like I remember watching like, obviously there's some badass riding in like those PA Woods videos, but I remember like when Drew Jenkins does like this nosedive, you know, like, and
oh dude,
like just shit like that. It's like, so, man, I want to do that.
So rad. Yeah. It's like, he would do, that was like, that jump is like right in front of like where all the boys sit, and he'd always like, he'd be coming down the line, and you like knew he was gonna do it, and like, everybody would just get like so hyped up. So that's like, that's what's cool about BMX is like, you know, like a 40-year-old dude doing a nosedive is gonna get like the boys stoked and make you want to ride. And but everybody's different too, so like,
for sure. I'm certainly learning that. I feel as I get older, like, everyone can like different shit for different reasons, and but at the same time, it's like, there's just something that's like really just gets me stoked about like the simplicity of shit, and even the not doing stuff good. Like, I love watching people try and ride like something new. I like trying to ride something new, because it almost feels like when you're a kid and you're like, man, this is difficult, you know. Like, I'm at this stage where I don't really need to show the gnarly shit or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy to. It's kind of coming full circle around, seeing all that
Yeah.
simple riding. Dude, so what do you
All
do?
right.
So what's the plans for the rest of the year? I guess. What are we in November?
Oh man, just like
So when did
we're
you
just
get?
taking it one day at a time,
Yeah.
really. Just
How long have you
kind
been
of
in
figure
Austin now?
out. Uh dude, it's been probably 4 months, I guess.
Okay.
So, um, yeah, we got all our stuff down here. I drove a couple of times down
Oh
with
wow.
like the school bus all full of stuff, and the house was like did a ton of work on the house just to get it ready for like to prep it for the kids to come down. Like redid their whole rooms. We redid our kitchen. Like did like pretty much everything. The bathroom is kind of the last thing to hit, but um, yeah, just kind of getting settled in and
Mm.
figure out some solid work and just one day at a time. Like just keep the kids stoked. Like
Yeah,
if the kids are stoked, then everybody's gonna be stoked. So
for sure. It's funny how that
um,
is that thing, man. Like it changes when you.
yeah,
Yeah, you just want to see your kids stoked, eh?
yeah. So we have some. I got this like e-bike with like it's like a wheelbarrow bucket in the front, and
I
they
saw you.
just hop in there, and we can like it's so rad because like we can go anywhere in the city like and they have so much fun and it's like a little adventure every time. So
Oh, cool.
that's been really cool to just be able to go out our front door and just like we can go to the trails and then they're
Mm.
just digging in the dirt and or go wherever. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
yeah, they've been. I was worried that they were gonna be like, I hate it down here. This is like so lame. But they've been pretty stoked. So
Sick, man.
that's
That's
yeah,
cool.
that was like a big worry of mine, but
Yeah.
they're honestly doing so good. So
Hey, is Joe still there? Is Joe Rich?
yeah,
He's still in Austin?
dude. Yeah, I've ridden with him like a handful of times, and
Cool.
dude, he's still ripping. Like we go to the bowl, Mabel Davis. There's been like a little Friday night session kind of thing,
Sick.
and dude, it's so rad to see him like fully ripping, and like all the dudes just like respect him so much, and like it's like inspiring to see him like 50 whatever and still blasting airs and like
Oh, sick.
just like super whatever stylish whatever and
Mm.
just full on ripping. Like it's cool to see. Be like, all right, we got another 10 years to like be
Yeah.
ripping, like so,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's still going. So like, um, it's really I get hyped every time we get to ride together. So it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. The
Oh, that's
bowl Mabel Davis isn't too far away
okay.
from where we live, so we get some good sessions there,
Sick.
like once or twice a week or something.
Oh,
So
rad. Oh, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was there. I think House Park had only just maybe opened or something, the new one. But I got to ride.
Oh yeah.
I got to ride Ninth Street, which was a kind of ticket off the list. I never got to go to East Side
Oh
because I think it
nice.
was too maybe had some storms or something. But it was
Oh
cool to
well.
go to Ninth Street because um, there was some dudes there that were like kind of mucking around on the littler stuff there, but the main line was running, and I think it was that Jason Sunday was there,
Oh nice.
and I was like, oh, no one was hitting the main line, but then that dude rocked up, and I was like, oh, do you mind if, because I didn't really ride any of the other stuff, and I was like, oh, do you mind if I jump behind you? It was just like it was a
Yeah.
pretty surreal moment because I knew that, there was those Sundays trails and things like that, and it's just a trip out, to a place like Austin is
Yeah.
pretty crazy. Like it's, you know, very highly regarded, obviously across the world for BMX, and it's cool to hear that there's still sick stuff going on with, you know, Joe Rip and
Yeah.
Mabel Davis. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's cool. Our 9th Street is still there, and there's still sessions going on down there like all the time.
Oh wow.
So, and it's right in town, and it's really cool that they've like preserved that spot, and like it's super cool. It's cool to go there with my kids now, and there's all these little rollers, and they're just like rolling around in the dust, and so it's kind of wild being down there and like seeing them like ride their bikes. So that's kind of
that's sick.
cool.
That's super sick. Well, Clint, I won't take up too much more of your time, man. But I just wanted to say thanks for, you know, all of the inspiration that you've given, not just me, but a lot of people across the world. I think it's super sick to have someone like you and Maddie and Nutter and the rest of the Credence gang, you know, out there doing cool shit in the name of, I guess, real deal BMX, you know. And it was sick to have you out last year, and I hope that you guys can visit again as a family. That'd be pretty sick.
Oh man, that would be super sick. Yeah, thanks to you guys too. Like, you guys inspire like the whole Backbone crew, and like the boys, you're inspiring us too. So like going over there and like seeing all the stuff you guys got going on, and staying with like Russell and seeing his family, and like I resonate with him, or like both our ladies are from Jersey. We got the 2 kids, the missing tooth, and the trails and all that. So like so, you know, right back at you, dude.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it a lot. And I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked to have you on and hear a bit of what's going on. So good luck with everything, man. Stoked to have you.
Yeah, dude.
All right, man.
Hey, thanks again, man. And you know, love what you guys do, and keep it rubber side down.
Thanks, Clint. Awesome, brother.
All right, dude.
See you, mate.
All right, I'll talk to you later, man.
Bye.
Good luck with everything. All right,
Thanks,
later.
dude. Bye.